two exciting topics this evening on the agenda: Esri Maps for Office and Story Maps. And I'd like to begin with this photograph. I think that you all know who I am. Here I am having some geeky fun at a STEM center. But I'm on the education team with Charlie Fitzpatrick. Laura Bowden's on here as well. And we're just very pleased that you're here with us this evening. Also, I wanted to say that we have enormous respect for what you all are doing as T3G alums. Daily, we're getting these reports from you all that are innovative, exciting, cutting edge, and you're really making a difference, a positive difference in education at numerous levels. So we just commend you for the work that you're doing. So hopefully this webinar will be a nice nudge forward and possibly some reinforcement of some things that you already know. Now, both of these topics, as Charlie and I have been chatting about for the last few weeks, are actually worthy of individual webinars, but there's only so many months to go around and only so many, so we are just going to dive in and do both of them in this one evening. So let's start with Esri Maps for Office. First of all, why Esri Maps for Office? Why is there a different product that's actually, as we'll explain, linked but also separate from ArcGIS and the ArcGIS platform? Well, the idea was here that lots and lots of people are using Office products, right? PowerPoint and Excel, etc. And so why not have a tool that basically non-GIS people could easily map their data? Now, why are we using it in the educational context? Well, I think there's a couple good reasons. First of all, you as educators, you're using spreadsheets as well, and so are your students. And so being able to easily map the data that you have in those spreadsheets, I think, is very powerful educationally. And finally, the nice thing about this is that it's tied, as I hinted at earlier, to ArcGIS Online, which I hope to demonstrate here this evening. Now, what you need to get rolling with Esri Maps for Office is you do need a new-ish version of Office, 2010 or higher. You also need a Esri Maps for Office add-in, which is available out at the Microsoft site. It's a free add-in. And the third thing you need is you need to have a ArcGIS organizational subscription account, because you're actually producing and doing things that you can't do with just a public account. And I know many of you have actually all of you, being T3Gers, have an organizational account. And so these are the three things that you need to be successful technically with Esri Maps for Office. Now, what about pedagogically? What about instructionally? Well, before we get into the technical details, again, I think the nice thing about the tool is that you can easily map your spreadsheets. You can geocode points, you can create choropleth maps, you can symbolize those maps, and more. You can also share those maps with others because, again, as I mentioned, it's tied to ArcGIS Online. And that's going to be a really important thing as we go through a couple of these steps to how to actually map something inside Esri Maps for Office. And finally, I'll just plant this idea in your minds. It's another way to attract those in other disciplines and also educational administrators to GIS. I know that is a prime goal for all of you and all of us being on the T3G team. And so you are always thinking about, how can I attract my colleagues to the whole idea of spatial thinking and analysis? Well, oftentimes, you've got to kind of start where they live and breathe, and they're living and breathing in these spreadsheets oftentimes. So I think it's a great outreach tool, and remember what I said, it's really designed for the non-GIS user, and for that reason there are some terms that may be unfamiliar to you as you get into Esri Maps for Office, and it was an attempt to sort of demystify, if you will, some of these lexicons that we've all been accustomed to for years in the GIS world.